De Souza just won the first matchup to move on to round 3 as we have a classic matchup coming in the second heat of the day. Australia's Julian Wilson taking on Hawaii's Sebastian Zietz, looking for a spot into round 3 action.
Yep.
But we got to actually hear from a serious moment from him how much the tour meant to him. So when he got the call up, he was absolutely thrilled. While we were away,
wow,
Seabass did a little throw tail reverse to get a warm up.
Yeah, a quick little wave, 3.67, but that's what this kid's capable of doing. You know, you talk about having an all-round game. You know, for someone as talented as Seabass and still didn't make the tour, you know, that's how tough it is these days to qualify. We'll get it, as we see Julian here making sure that Seabass, see how Seabass is paddling for that wave. Seabass doesn't necessarily want it. Julian wants to make him commit, and that's exactly what happened.
Looks like we have more waves on the way. This is Sebastian Zietz looking to recover from that last wave. He'll hop out. We'll see what he had at the start of that in a moment. And further down the line is Julian Wilson. Driving hard,
wow,
little fin throw right off the coping. Now setting up the inside track. Little setup work. The lip's going to show up. Nice vertical snap for Wilson. Last year's runner-up at the Quiksilver Pro Gold Coast.
You know, using those tactics, Seabass, Julian let him go on that one. Seabass, nice wraparound cutback right there. We talk about that low center of gravity. Nice wider stance, beautiful little foam climb there, but nothing left on offer. Right behind him, though, Julian Wilson. There's so many similarities between him and De Souza. How was that? That was amazing right there. Watch how he gets nice and low off the bottom, builds that speed up. It's almost like that spring coils up and then unleashes off the top. So good surfing from Julian right there. Those are the waves you want to find. Those ones that give you a maneuver out the back, then they sort of give you time to set up that inside section, and then they run off again.
Scores drifting in for Lasta Wilson. His third wave of 4.5. Seabass had the 3.67 early for that fin throw reverse, so it's still a very close heat. Wilson needs a 1.84 at the moment in the second heat of the round.
You only need 2 good waves, and you know, in that 30 minutes there are those couple out there.
Now setting up this wave is Julian Wilson. Little roundhouse, the rebound. Gets him off balance for a moment, so he's out. Remember, Wilson was just looking for a 1.84 as more waves are coming through. This is Sebastian Zietz now. A lot of momentum for that big first carve. Throws it up vertically and looks to ride out. Sebastian looking for a little low road double up, and he's going to earn it here. A little bit of foam on the face as he's looking to finish above the lip. Tail high reverse for the Hawaiian. Now right behind him, Wilson just S-ing his way into this inside corner. He's always due for a big finish. He'll set the rail for a wrapping cutback. Doesn't have anything else left, so he's out. A solid exchange from Seabass to Julian Wilson with 11:30 on the clock.
On his opening heat, and he's struggling in this one as well. Obviously conditions tough. Beautiful wraparound cutback there from Seabass. I like the way he drops down and then explodes off the bottom. You can see him here. He's looking down the line. He's going, okay, I'll get one more shot. What am I going to do? He's going through his head on the kind of maneuvers he wants to finish with. Right now he's decided the air reverse, lands it backwards, spins it around. Absolutely perfect right there. So that's going to be a good little score for Seabass. Julian on the other hand. Nice little opening turn right here. Draws off the bottom, bit bigger wave. Nice carving maneuver there from Julian Wilson. Steps off the bottom. We talk about that Tom Curran bottom turn fade right there. Julian did exactly that. A little bit of downtime right here. You can see him stepping on the tail, waiting for it. Now he hits the gas. Beautiful wraparound cutback again. So Julian just joining the dots, trying to build up some speed and points as he moves down through the line there. He'll be on the ski and out in the back with first priority, Joe.
I'm a fan. Thanks so much, Pete Mel. Enjoy the water in this lineup. Julian Wilson is now out in front with a 5.10 and a 4.5. Last is Sebastian Zietz, a 5.50. So it's very close at this stage of the heat with still 7 minutes to go.
Julian with priority. Is he going to take this one off Seabass? Yes, he does.
Julian's turn to set this one up to protect his lead. Nice rip off that first section. Now into some open face, but he doesn't want it. So he'll let that one run through.
But the priority judge has that call, and it's judgment call, giving this the priority to Seabass because he had ridden the wave beforehand. So it's kind of interesting how that works out. See if it unfolds.
Thank you, Peter. Wilson now up. Off the bottom, big jam. He's got a great wall to work with now. Big vertical slam for the Australian. Now straight up again through a heavy section. Rifling off those vertical maneuvers, and he'll just work on the inside corner now. Little swinging cutback, looking to finish off the top. Nice easy tempo and pace for Wilson to finish this one off. So hopping out of there,
Wow.
we're talking about mid-range scores, 4-5, 5-1-0. Are we finally breaking free now, Potts? These points would be kept for wild cards as far as requalification as we take another look.
Yeah, Seabass let that go. I think he was just a little bit out of position there, so this is going to be a huge mistake for Seabass. Julian's going to make him pay. Watch this check turn right there. I love that. See how he did that little fade bottom turn, and what that did was it put him right in that perfect position to then unload some big turns. And just those little things that the average surfer will miss, or the average person watching the sport will miss, you know, that just set Julian up absolutely perfect for the rest of the wave. So just that one little check turn there into that bottom turn really set that last part of the wave up for Julian Wilson, and that is going to be an excellent score.
Now entering the final minute here, expecting bigger numbers for Julian Wilson as he gets dropped off behind the rock.
Over to where Seabass is. And look at this. See these little chip shot ones, these smaller inside ones? This is the ones that have been paying dividends. Time is ticking away though, so Julian's just going to do a little bit of a lap right now. Scores coming through for that last wave of Julian's, Joe.
And it's all coming down to this wave for Sebastian Zietz, who starts off with a roundhouse cutback. Driving hard into the next section. Seabass looking for a 6.38 here. A big forehand rip in the pocket. Another forehand hook, needs to finish really strong. A big vertical finishing move for the Hawaiian, and a rock and roll float as he's feeling the moment, under pressure to perform on one wave to try to turn it. Wilson's previous, a 6.77. The judges are going to call the next heat on hold and make their decision, Potts.
Wow. Okay. Well, Julian did. To be honest with you, I thought Julian's wave was going to go a little higher than that 6.77. Let's have a look at it. Waiting for it to stand up. This is that vertical face you're looking for. Seabass unloading some nice turns, fitting it in absolutely perfect there. Nice seamless surfing. Didn't make too many mistakes on that. It wasn't a long wave, but traditionally you don't need length of ride anymore. It doesn't really factor in the judging criteria. It's what you do in that short space of time. Seabass managed to fit in some beautiful turns. That's more like it from Seabass. And I like the finish here. Look how much energy he's got to finish that wave off. Just karate chops that last section right there, throwing the tail out of the back. Is that a 6.38? Well, we'll find out very shortly. It's in the judge's hand.
And the panel ready to make their decision. It's a 7.6. Seabass survives on the last effort and takes out Julian Wilson from the contest.
Wow. Well, that's surfing for you. One of the most unpredictable sports on the planet. You know, we thought Julian was going to walk away with that one. Dying seconds. Seabass picks up a little gem. He bided his time. He waited. I thought he might have made a priority blunder. He actually knew more than I did right there.